Hi, you're very welcome. And in this video, what I want to walk you through is basically creating a chart in Excel and then some of the options you have if you want to copy and paste that into PowerPoint. So I've got my data over here. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click in here and press Control Shift and 8, and that selects the whole thing. And I'm going to go up here to Insert, and I'm going to go to Recommended Charts. Particularly handy if you're not sure what kind of chart to use. Now I want to use a line chart because I want to track this over time. So I'm going to choose this line chart down here. Choose another one. I just go to all charts. And just choose this one here and then click OK. Right. Now one of the things I notice is that what's going across the bottom down here is kind of like the headings, not the quarters. So I want to change that. So I do that by clicking up here, make sure the chart is selected. I can see chart design up there, and then I choose switch row column. Okay, and then that gives me a very different picture. Now I want to make a couple of other changes. Click on chart title. I'm going to say sales by region and quarter. And the second thing I'm going to do is just move the legend, which is down here, up to the top, so that people are not wondering what all the different lines means. So I just come over to this one, click on the plus, just go down to legend, go across here, and just say to top. Okay. So this is the first step done. I've got my chart done. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to basically get this into PowerPoint. Okay. So I'm in PowerPoint and I just clicked on New Presentation, and you can see I have a blank slide here. So what I'm going to do is I want to add a slide. So I'm just going to go to New Slide up here, and I'm just going to choose a blank slide for what I want to do. The second thing I want to do is that I want to actually use some of the design features of PowerPoint. So I come here to Design, and I'm going to choose one of these preset themes. Okay, and let's say I'm just going to choose my personal favorite one, let's say, which is this one here. And that applies the coloring to it. And you're going to see in a minute why I do this. All right. So I navigate back to Excel. I press Control C to copy. Okay. Now when I'm back in PowerPoint, I come up here to Home. And then what I go for is that I go to paste. Don't just paste it in, because you've got about 5 options here. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to notice if I choose the different ones. So the first one that comes up says use destination theme and embed the workbook. Okay, let me just pause that. Okay, so go to this one here. It says up to this one. And if you notice here, it said use the destination theme and embed the workbook. And this is what it looks like. Now when it says destination theme, it means it takes on the coloring, all right, of the one that I'm putting it into, and that's generally kind of a good practice. Now embed it, all right, and you'll leave something in the blog post about that. Just it basically means, all right, we don't need to do that again. It's kind of like it's sort of doing a force thing of it, and I'm just going to delete this again. All right. So when you see the word embedding, it's linked to the data, but it means if there's any changes made to the data, they don't change. The data is kind of static. If I do keep the source formatting, it basically looks like what it was in the original Excel workbook. Generally speaking, try and stick to use destination theme. Now this one here is the one I usually use, which is use destination theme and link the data. Okay, because if I then change the original data, you'll see this will update automatically. Okay, so let me just use that one now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to change some of the data for quarter 4. Okay, so I'm going to go southeast, which is quarter 4, and I'm just going to make that 3 million, as you do. Right. Now you see there, the line has actually kind of gone up a little bit. Okay, now let me just go back into PowerPoint, and you'll see the line there has actually gone up. Okay, so just that's the main difference between the two of them. Now there's other things to consider between linking and embedding, and I've put a link to a full article about that in the blog post. But that'll give you kind of just a good idea. Now the other thing I want to show here then is if you want to apply animation to this. So if I come up here to animations, and animations just allow me to control what's coming in. And let's say I might just choose fly in. And then the thing you want to look for here is this thing that says effect options. All right. And if you go down here to this one, this is the one that makes it kind of interesting. Try, let's say, for example, by series or by category. And again, this is one of these ones that you might need to kind of experiment with. I'm just going to go by series. And let's see what it does. See there? It allows you to bring them in one at a time. Okay, so that gives you a lot of control over your presentation. Okay, hope you find that useful. Mind yourself and take care. Bye.